Today we want to give you guys the inside scoop on what's next in the van building industry. For most of us, the idea of having a van and taking it out to all of our favorite places with our favorite people, it's one of the most exciting things we can think about, and I feel it's one of the truly great aspirations of our time. But when you actually get down to it and you have to design and build a van, the process is a lot more daunting than people expect. And sometimes it can be quite frustrating, to say the least. It's all hands on deck, basically. It's a lot of work. The finish up stuff always takes way longer than you're gonna think. Please come and help. We need more hands. We're gonna go into more depth today about the Infinity Van's interior kits, which we're really falling in love with because of all the benefits that you get from building with a kit. So you may have seen some of our past videos on Infinity kits. If you haven't, you can check them out here, and that will get you caught up. Today we're going to actually go in depth. We have a couple vans in progress here in the shop, and so we wanted to give you guys a peek into what's going on with the Infinity kits. Let's go take a look. Check it out. This is the Haven interior kit for the 170 Sprinter by Infinity Vans. And the kit includes the floor, the walls and ceiling, and all the cabinetry to fit into the 170. We also have a 144 that is almost completely built out, so stick around to the end of the video and we'll show that to you guys. But first, let's take a look inside the 170 and look at some of the details. So you guys have probably seen out there all the things that you can build with kits, everything from a tiny home to a small aircraft. I myself built a tandem ocean-going kayak from a kit a few years ago, and I had never built a boat before, but I got really great results, and I was even confident enough to take this boat out on the ocean with all of my stuff in fairly big waves because I knew it was designed to perform in those conditions. So that's the idea of the Infinity interior kit for vans, is that there is a professional that designed the entire system, made sure everything worked together, and then basically handed it off to you as the builder to get it across the finish line. So that's one of the main benefits of an interior kit, is that you get professional level results even without having a ton of experience. So take this galley, for instance. The galley is actually quite a complicated piece of equipment. It has water, power, refrigeration, drawers, some moving parts, and there's a lot of things going on. So with the Infinity galley, first of all, it's designed to fit perfectly into the van. And then secondly, it's very thoughtfully put together. So everything is maximized in terms of space, and all of the wire routing is built in, so it's not a challenge to work with. So this is just an example of something that may take somebody weeks to design and build. And here you have it just as a pre-assembled piece of equipment that can go straight into the van, and you can start hooking it up right away. The Infinity kit is what is called a no-cut kit. And a no-cut kit basically means that you don't need a saw to build this kit. As you can see, all of these cutouts are already done on the CNC machine, and when everything goes up, you don't need to take your own measurements and do cutting yourself to get it to fit. So if you don't need to work with a saw, that's going to mean you don't need a saw, first of all, and secondly, it's going to be a lot safer, and that's probably the most important thing. Saws are really dangerous, and we've seen too many people get hurt building vans when using a saw. And finally, since it's already done and pre-programmed, there's going to be a lot less wasted material, which can be one of the most frustrating things, is to buy expensive material, make a bad cut, and then have to buy another piece. So with a no-cut kit, you've basically eliminated that totally. Another obvious benefit with a kit is that everything fits together. So the traditional way that people design their own vans is to go across the internet and they pull pictures of vans that they like and try to take the best feature from each of those vans and put it into their own dream van. But the question then becomes, does all of this equipment fit together? And almost 100% of the time the answer is no. It will not fit together if it's not designed together. So then you have to make modifications and changes and redesigns in order to make all of these individual pieces that you bought fit together into what you want your van to look like. With a kit, everything has been designed. So there's actually 5 pieces of cabinetry from the front to the back on this 170. And when you put the rear cabinet in and keep pushing pieces against it, when you get to the end, all of the space has been utilized 100% and everything fits with no gaps. So that just gives you a level of quality and then also a level of just efficiency in terms of using every bit of space that's in here that it's pretty much impossible to get if you're just sketching it out and designing it on your own and putting it together one piece at a time rather than understanding what the whole kit is going to look like before you even start. Here is an interior kit that is being assembled and being prepared to go out to a client. So the idea with the kits is that it's supposed to bring the fun back to van building. To be completely honest with you guys, building a van without a plan, without a roadmap, and without the materials you need is not a fun process. We've seen it so many times. So with a kit, you literally get 90% of what you're gonna need to build the van delivered to you in the kit. So this means that you can do less designing and less product sourcing and more building, which is where the fun is actually at. And that brings me to the final point about why kits are so great, and that's that you can finally break up with your local hardware store. You don't have to keep going back day after day, spending endless amounts of money to source little parts at a retail cost. Instead, you can just get to building, and you might have to go back to the hardware store, so maybe you still want to be friends, but you don't have to have a relationship that every day requires more attention and more travel back and forth because you have what you need already and you know how to put it together. Okay, so let's finally take a look at the 144 Sprinter layout by Infinity Vans. It's called the Ramble, and it's really an amazing design because everything that you need for a full-on camper in the 144 is included in the Ramble. Let's take a look. This is the Ramble Interior by Infinity Vans, and ever since I first saw this layout, I totally fell in love with it because it feels like one of the most spacious 144 vans that I have ever been in that includes all of the features that you really want in a camper. So you have a full comfortable bed, a water cabinet with plenty of water storage, a power cabinet with a full power system in it, a galley with your sink, stovetop, and fridge, plus a dinette and tons of storage. So to me, this just feels like absolutely one of the most functional layouts. And then when you take the Infinity style and features that they include in the kit, this particular van is going to be extremely popular. And what's so exciting about it is that you can build this yourself. Since it's a kit, everything comes together. You know it's gonna fit, and it's gonna just basically get you on the road faster than any other way that I personally can think of to build out a complete van like this. We wanted to give you guys a little bit more insight because we know you love the Infinity kits as much as we do, and now that these 2 kits are just about completed, we thought it'd be a good time to give you guys a tour. I personally really love the Ramble layout for the 144, but I have the inside scoop. And I can tell you guys, if you're wondering, yes, there are more layout options coming from Infinity Vans for both the 144 and the 170. And we have these 2 vans that were almost finished, so we thought we'd give you guys a sneak peek, but you can be sure we're gonna be doing full van tours of both the Ramble and the Haven with all of the details and every feature that's included as soon as they are done. All right, thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed this video. As you can tell, I'm very excited about these kits, just simply because this is gonna save so many people so much time and so much money while still giving them professional results. I just think this is the future of van building, and we are stoked to share it with you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we will see you again next time.